conflict. And here is
dan standar utility and digging more.
Wants to give a warm greeting from our
Several groundbreaking, which means that it saw the confidence of.
We have several countries from around the world here, which unite.
Oke guys, kembali bersama saya William Dennis di channel YouTube ini. Otorita IKN menjadi tuan rumah International Capacity Development Program atau ICDP for Coal Regions in Transition bertema Just Energy Transition. Hasil kerjasama GIS dengan Kementerian Energi Sumber Daya dan Mineral serta Bappenas Republik Indonesia, melibatkan 43 delegasi dari 10 negara. Forum ini memperkuat jejaring global dalam upaya mempercepat transisi menuju ekonomi hijau dan energi berkeadilan. Otorita IKN juga melakukan presentasi mengenai peluang investasi di berbagai bidang, khususnya di bidang energi bersih dan energi terbarukan. Dan dari para delegasi menunjukkan ketertarikan untuk bisa berinvestasi di IKN untuk di masa mendatangnya. Seperti apakah kegiatan bersama para delegasi dari 10 negara ini? Mari kita simak video ini.
Thank you very much and once again welcome.
National Capital City. My name is Agung Indrajit. I'm a Deputy for Green and Digital Transformation, and also from South America, and also from Germany. I also want to give a warm greeting from our head of Nusantara Capital City, Mr. Basuki Hadi Mulyono. We happen to have the same agenda in this time in Balikpapan, so greeting from him, and also 600 hectares in the first zone, and the second zone urban area should be 56,000 hectares, and the rest should be the third zone. And also innovation and research center, distribution, trade and logistics, agro-industry and industry, and also fishery and agriculture. So this is the plan, special plan of Nusantara Capital City. And we also have airport, and we will have port also. Next, for a green energy and renewable target that we stated in our PPI, is the four principle, low carbon emission. 4.1 is renewable energy capacity. Installation will be 100% of IKN needs. This is what I said before, zero emission. Second, 4.2, 60% of energy saving from energy conservation in the building. we have a smart app. If you exceed the quota for ourselves, of electric consumption or water consumption, we will announce it in the of pond. We will have 54 ponds to conserve water and 3 dams for that. Next, for local carbon emission, for these 3, we have 50 megawatt solar plant with only 14.2 megawatt battery, including outside of the Nusantara capital area. So this is the regional strategy for new
use now because still in construction, but we expect that the next year will be complete. And also we have a airport here. Previously is for PPID, but now it's become the commercial airport. So hopefully in the couple year or maybe in the next year when you coming back here, you can use this airport. And also that we have a waste treatment plant here, but this is still under capacity. From the we will plan about 74 tons per day. And the other thing that Mr. Agung said that most of what we call consumer utility should be something that regenerative or recyclable. That's why that we have some reservoir about 60 for water harvesting, and also that some of the water treatment plant, and also them to secure the water supply in Nusantara. Next. So we have several maybe about 50 investors now, private investors in several groundbreaking, which means that it shows the confidence of the investor, both local and domestic, to pouring the investment in Nusantara. And the latest one is there's some from China, Singapore. This is for renewable energy. So, and the other thing you can see here, there's a lot of big names, both domestic and international. Like here we can show the Astra, and also some of the big names like BCA or Patrajasa. This investor is coming here because they see the opportunity in Nusantara, and we hope that some of the delegates here also maybe can see the potential in Nusantara, and maybe a cooperation, not only in terms of investment, maybe in sharing the technology, or maybe doing some research on how to build the new capital based on the net zero vision. Next. And this is the pioneer investor that support the Nusantara in very initial stage, including last years. We have electric bus operator here. So you can see, you can try for free here if you want to use this electric bus. Swiss Hotel, we have a meeting here. And we also have some several hospitals here, like Hermina, Merapada, which means that these two is an international hospital, which means that they can care for foreign patients also. And this one is the solar farm that I already told Mr. Agung, and we will have the other one maybe in a couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years, that the investment from some of the what we call investor from the Middle East. And now we also have a discussion with some of the ASEAN investors to build a green data center here. And other things like Kubika Hotel, and also there's some commerce that we encourage a lot of small medium enterprise here. So there's a lot of small trader here who support the daily life of Nusantara, which means that we want that the city, this is become not only for the national, but also has to benefit the local people also. Therefore, that we provide some incentive for this local small and medium enterprise. Thanks. And also, when we're talking about gross income reduction incentive in Nusantara, which means that people who work in Nusantara did not did not pay for the income tax, and also that we have some facility of ease of business, as of doing business and also investment in Nusantara. to make that investor is more comfortable to invest here, including that we help them in land acquisition, which means that in Nusantara is all land is owned by National Capital Authority, and it is easy for the investor to invest or pouring the money and invest here. Next. So we prioritize 6 sectors that we should develop as early as possible to support Nusantara. The first one is renewable energy, like mentioned by Mr. Agung. The second is the telecommunication network, because we see that Nusantara will be one of the city in the region which heavily depend on the telecommunication network. And transportation, like see that in Nusantara we have policy only for electric. If we build the house, which is the consumer, that's why that we provide the guarantee about the demand guarantee and also the risk guarantee to ensure that the investor will be convenient to invest their money here and build this facility while the demand is supported by us, by the government. And until now, this is about 90 initiatives who want to build this completed, and total investment is about 42 trillion. And we hope that in the future, this is not only government official housing, but we also expected some of the commercial housing, because in Nusantara this is not only living only government official, there will be some private sector also. This need to be catered by the sufficient housing so they can pay and let. Next. And the other thing is the air cable for the electricity, which means that we want to build the city that with the environment, while if you're using air, this is not in the environment and also in the aesthetic is not so good. And the other thing is that when we build this multi-utility tunnel, that we don't want to what we call every utility should be going underground. This is to make also sustainable on the development of the utility. I mean, when we're talking about the other city in Indonesia, digging the ground, right? This makes this is something. This is not sustainable. We already built nice pedestrian, and then come the new utility, and we should dig in more. This is we see this is not sustainable. Therefore, that we provide this multi-utility tunnel that makes the investor also convenient to develop and also less, lowering their investment. Okay, this is my presentation, and I will be happy to discuss if there's any question and comment later. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So what we will do now, thank you for both of your very interesting inputs. What we would do now is, as we are here also for an exchange, of course, we will have a
Coming to Nusantara, I thought it is more on an idea stage, but we have seen it's happening, it's realizing. It's very, very impressive. Many thanks, Pak Agung and Pak Yulen, for these two very insightful presentations. I think we can be very, very grateful, and really I would like to express our sincere gratitude of this warm welcome here to your beautiful new capital. And on behalf of the whole delegation, you know, we have several countries from around the world here, which unite basically one thing, which is they are all countries which have very coal-reliant regions. And Nusantara is also in East Kalimantan, which is a very coal-reliant region. And this is why we are coming together and trying to inspire ourselves, the regions, that they can learn from each other and move forward the agenda to transitioning away from coal. And I think I may speak on behalf of my colleagues from these coal regions. They're quite jealous that they don't have such a nice project in their coal region, because that is obviously a big factor for regional development. And as I know also Nusantara was very active in the Regional Consultative Forum, which is also on a regional perspective trying to move forward the diversification of the economy. So this plays definitely a very, very important role. I wanted to repeat the very warm, a big thank you for this warm welcome here. And without further ado, let's make most of the time for discussion, as Martin has said, and hopefully we can also bring something from other core regions. What are their examples of transitioning away from fossil fuels and making this transition happen?
Thank you very much, Philip. So as I was informed, I think the food is already served, but it's outside of the room.
One thing. And here is the picture of the current development in Lampang. You see that is why renewable energy is really investment new capacity is the cheaper because you will need to build a new substation.
Oke, terima kasih telah menyaksikan video ini. Sampai jumpa di kegiatan berikutnya. Salam Nusantara, salam Indonesia Maju.